What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? NoZoupForYou here, and some pretty big news has been flung our way by Wargaming. First things first, before we get to the news, I need to thank WookieShip for sending me in this gameplay, and there's a pretty cool reason why he sent this. It's always nice when we get some anti-Soviet bias in there, in a major way. We'll call this the blappening. And you're about to see that right here, but just thank you for this video, and another Star Wars reference right there. We've had General Obi-Wan Kenobi, and now we've got WookieShip. I'm loving this, absolutely loving how many of you out there love Star Wars. So I'm going to let this video roll, and let's get to the news. Starting in Update 0.9.3, the following ships will no longer be available in the Armory. French battleship Jean Bart at Tier 9, the destroyer NoZoupForYou at Tier 9, American cruiser Flint at Tier 7, destroyer Black at Tier 9, and I'm leaving one out right now. Smolensk. Smolensk is going to be no longer available in the Armory. According to Wargaming, Smolensk and Jean Bart have become very popular in their tiers, but to maintain the diversity of team compositions at a proper level, these ships will be removed for an undefined time, but may return in the future. Jean Bart, I'm a little disappointed to see go, but you know, Jean Bart's a pretty strong ship, and I guess it's run its course. It's been around for a pretty long time. If you don't have it by now, I would really try to get the Jean Bart because it is a fun battleship. It's a lot of fun. It's a really good battleship too. So if you're looking for a fun Tier 9 battleship, definitely try and get that one. Smolensk, adios, Dasvidanya, goodbye, sayonara, ciao, good riddance. I don't think anyone except those trying to get it right now are ultimately upset that Smolensk is going away. The proliferation of Smolensk has had some very detrimental effects to the game, in my opinion. It's made destroyer lives absolutely miserable, much more so than they already were, with aircraft carriers already giving them a hard time. It was just bad for the game. And I think this is Wargaming admitting, but not admitting, that yes, we were right, it's not good for the game. Because Smolensk hasn't been out. Well, I mean, it's been out a while, but not nearly as long as Jean Bart or any of the other premium ships that you've been able to buy through coal or steel or any other way. So really, this is a way for Wargaming to kind of save face. They get rid of the Smolensk, but they don't have to openly admit that the ship was just a little too strong or a bad idea. So, there you have it. Smolensk, no more. And who knows if it'll ever be back. I'm sure, well, actually, it's Tier 10, so I don't even know if it'll show up in super containers or anything. But, you know what? Good riddance. I'm actually okay with this. I'm happy with this. I'm a little, I guess, upset for the players that might have spent their resources on Flint and Black, now that they're moving elsewhere. Sorry about that. And NoZoupForYou as well, you know. Kind of sucks spending steel on NoZoupForYou. But according to Wargaming, they go on and say, due to different reasons, those two ships, NoZoupForYou and Flint and Black, are not very demanded for steel, and they won't be available for steel anymore. However, they will return to the Armory, where they'll be obtainable in exchange for coal. So yeah, if you bought any of those three ships with steel, yeah, sorry about that. It's going to be coal now, and I'm kind of happy because I've got a ton of coal, and I don't have the NoZoupForYou, so I will be purchasing it with coal. Do I think it was worth steel? No, not really. And for those of you that spent the steel on it, I'm sorry. Wargaming continues to say, we understand that accumulating resources for ships is a long process, which is why we wanted to warn you in advance, so that those interested can steer these ships into their ports before Update 0.9.3 goes live in approximately 2 months. So, you got 2 months to hurry up and get the remaining steel you need for the ships that cost steel, or hold on to that steel. I really don't think it's worth buying a NoZoupForYou at this point. If you've been saving steel up for it, I would devote that steel elsewhere, or just hold on to it. I would also rush to get the Smolensk right now, if you don't have it already, since that's going to be going, and it is a strong ship. I'd hurry up and get those. Here's another heads up French destroyer Marceau, Tier 10, will be available for coal. Japanese battleship Yashima, Tier 10, will be available for steel. Not really a surprise there. We kind of figured with the size of its guns that it would be available for steel, and this just confirms it. Japanese destroyer Hayate, Tier 10, will be available for free XP. That's nice. I always like seeing free XP ships. And lastly, European destroyer Smolensk, Tier 10, will be available for free XP. I wasn't that huge of a fan of the Smolensk testing it. It's one of those IKEA ships. It sounds like a piece of furniture. I just didn't think that was that good in testing. I like the Osterjotland at Tier 9, and I said as much in my video that I did on it, the little stream highlight. But that's besides the point. You've got a lot of options coming up. If you've got a lot of steel laying around, or you got a lot of coal laying around, or you got a lot of free XP laying around. The 4 ships previously mentioned, none of them are going to be available for coal. The current trio of steel ships that are disappearing from the steel shop will be available for coal in the near future. So, the big takeaway from this news, though, is that Smolensk is going away. And I know there are a lot of you out there that might be happy about that. I know a lot of you out there didn't seem to really be fazed by the Smolensk, and that's perfectly cool. There are counters for it, but the wrong type of counters. I mean, when your HE in a battleship's more powerful against a Smolensk than your AP, you know you got a problem with a cruiser. And I think I've Citadel Smolensk more in Thunderer than with Thunderer's HE than I have with any other battleship, which is kind of frustrating and sad altogether. And once again, it's not going to matter in a couple months because Smolensk is leaving, and it may never come back. As we know, you never can say never with the ships and World War ships, because we've seen ships that we thought were going to disappear come back in some way, shape, or form, like the Missouri, which likes to pop up every now and then in crates. One ship that didn't come back, though, was the Kitakami. I don't think we'll ever see that ship again. Sadly. Kitakami is no more. It is gone. Anyhow, guys, that's your news right now. Big things coming in 0.9.3. A slew of new resource ships and some shuffling around of the current ones. Hope you all are doing phenomenal. I'll catch you all later. Zoop out.